Hello, YouTube. Twitter. Facebook. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Insider BA's Room. I'm your host, as always, Insider BA. Alongside me for this week, my co-host, Tim Ohh. Leaving it there. Not saying anymore. Before I go any further, I will say this. Today's show will be a recap of Super Showdown for a little bit. Not like very quick recap. And the rumors are kind of weak this week, so just it's like top rumors, but like rapid rumors are literally going to be like rapid. But before we get into that, social media, Tim, please tell me.
As always, all of our social media accounts along with our blog are included in the description of this video with direct links. So make sure you give those a click, give us a like, follow, let us know you're listening. And as always, a huge shout out to our supporters at My Fantasy Sports Talk. Search for our podcast and blog on their site as well. And keep an eye out for one of our co-hosts, Dan Go. He is going to be going live with Johnny and Lopes. They had a little special collaboration, spreading the love locally here. We're from Fall River, Massachusetts. We support, we got to support each other, right?
Of course.
Especially in this podcast business. Of course.
Of course.
So I think their podcast is coming out tomorrow.
I believe it's tomorrow.
It's still.
It's called the Fall River Experiment.
Fall River Experiment.
It's episode maybe 4. Don't quote me on that. If you search, I believe on Facebook, Johnny Lopes or the Fall River Experiment, they will come up. Dango is going to be on there talking SmackTalk and a lot of other things of where SmackTalk was born. And of course, Johnny Lopes' show he's going to ask. It's an interview basically. It's basically to know about SmackTalk and everything else about Fall River. That's what it's about.
What's up, Kevin? Yeah, I'm back today. I'm back.
Tim Ohh, Kevin Starr, Dan Sadinsky, Bruce forcing Game 7. Hell yeah! I called it. But no one wants to believe me. Oh,
man, it's been a nerve-wracking series.
It has been a nerve-wracking series, of course. Of course. Today's word of the day.
Of course.
So, speaking of words of the day, the first one coming up, rapid rumors, because every week I come to you with the rumors before Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown Live goes live. And basically, like I said in the beginning of the show, kind of weak this week as far as rumors. Not that much going on because Saudi Arabia killed everything. Don't worry. Super Showdown. We'll touch base on that very shortly. But before we get any further, top rumors. So the headlines today. What's NXT Contracts? What's up with them? Sasha Banks, a huge update on her, and Vince McMahon's system. I'll just say that much. Now, before I go into rumors, I'll touch base on Super Showdown, of course. I know you didn't watch it, or you probably saw the highlights.
I boycotted it. I didn't watch any real highlights or any videos. I saw mostly GIFs and just reading Twitter. Really is what I saw on it.
If there is something to watch, just go watch the main event. Everything else you can skip because it's pointless. It's stupid. I mean, you can watch Lesnar at the beginning of the show if you really want to.
And then we're gonna see half the matches at the next pay-per-view anyway.
Yes, if literally Stomping Grounds is in 2 weeks, and it's literally rematches.
A rehash.
It's all rematches. The main event. I think this is the only thing I'm gonna have to talk about today. Super Showdown in general. There's 2 things. Super Showdown in general. Very poorly planned. Terrible. And of course, the Battle Royal. I was on the assumption it was a Royal Rumble. I don't know why. Just because Greatest Royal Rumble happened last year, just like that. So the Battle Royal, terrible, and it's just poorly booked. And then you have that guy from Saudi Arabia winning it all.
I could see why they would do that. That's a house show thing.
Here you go.
It's a big house show for money.
That ring was so crowded.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it's on our Twitter page. It's just the picture of that ring. It's just you have no room to do anything.
Right.
There was no room to do any big spots. No, nothing at all. So if you're gonna do a 50-man battle royal, make it a 50-man Royal Rumble. Yeah, it was 50 men.
Oh Jesus!
Not 20, 15, 10, 30, 50.
That's right. Battle royal.
Men.
Everyone just started.
Everyone's in the mat. Yeah, there's no 10-second countdown. So don't do that, please, because it was terrible and it's a waste of our time.
How many clowns can you fit in the car? How many superstars can you fit in the ring?
Literally, that's perfect metaphor. In the main event, of course, absolute garbage because of the fact that Goldberg, if you didn't hear, knocked himself out going into the turnbuckle, and everything else. They almost broke each other's
I think he knocked
necks.
himself. Well,
No,
he almost concussed himself before the match when he does his stupid.
He
head
does
thing.
that every time,
and he was bleeding.
He does that every time he
was
comes
probably
out.
already concussed.
Back in the day, he used to headbutt a locker. Now he headbutts the door. When he was going in the feuds with Lesnar, he was doing the same thing. He headbutts the door, and then that's how he gets psyched to go out there. That's what he did. He did it on Tuesday night. He did it. Hit the door. Comes out, a little bit of blood. Did it again on last Friday. Hit the door, a little bit of blood. That doesn't. I mean, he's used to that.
Man, they should just give him some.
He's a former football player.
They should give him some fake glasses to make it cooler.
I know.
Like
you don't see it. It's just that's the thing. You don't see it. It's
right,
behind
and
the
it
doors.
comes out there, and
it's the assumption because he's said it before. Like he does it to psych himself up. Unfortunately, during the match, literally probably 2 minutes in, after 2 spears and a pinfall that didn't happen, and then a terrible takedown, go into a leg bar. I don't even know what the hell he was trying to do. He goes for a spear, goes into the turnbuckle, and cuts himself open, knocks himself out. And that's when he was severely concussed. Probably
Definitely.
the ref should have called the match, but then again, he's in a tough spot if he calls that match. That is the main event. That's what the whole show's booked around.
Yeah, but this is the era of concussions and CTE and brain damage.
Exactly.
And you got to look out for the safety of your superstars. Like, I mean, sure, it would have disappointed everybody, but you already got paid. I mean,
I know.
Get out of there.
It's like the show goes on, as Vince likes to say.
I mean,
and unfortunately, it went on. And those 2 guys, Undertaker and Goldberg, almost broke each other's necks twice in the match. It was a suplex and then a tombstone pile driver, the first one.
The jackhammer that landed. Yeah.
That jackhammer.
I mean, sometimes you got to protect these guys from each other because they're not going to say no. They want to put on a show, whether they're physically capable of doing it at the time. I mean, most of those moves are 2-person moves. Like, so you can't blame one or the other. It's just a bad match to put together.
Absolutely.
You got to protect these guys from each other because, I mean, basically wrestlers will, they'll run through walls or into doors, as you can see Goldberg do all the time. So that's why sometimes you just need to step and say, so what are you doing?
Like, if you didn't watch Saudi Arabia, don't waste your time. But if you really want to see how bad the main event was, I just go watch that, and you'll know that it's time to hang him up.
Yeah, one of the clips though, you could like say, "Oh, he hit his head. Maybe it was just moves." No, after the match ended, he stumbled and fell getting out of the ring. Like he couldn't walk. That's like
he literally collapsed. Outside of the ring. Taker was pissed after the match, and I heard there's a rumor that when they got backstage, there was a big
verbal altercation.
Verbal altercations.
Goldberg tweeted that he was unconscious and he still tried to put on a show, and he's sorry he let people down. But man,
I don't know.
These shows,
I see a lot of comments coming in.
These shows are just so bad.
I appreciate all the comments. To go through it quick. Hanging them up, boys. Just making themselves look worse and worse. It's just getting dangerous now. Yep. Dane says that match happened 15 years too late.
Yeah, and just I think the combined age is like 100. Guys, it's so old.
Just stop. Like people say, oh, what if you put Undertaker with a younger guy? No, I don't think so either. I think it's just time to just stop.
And
you can make your appearances.
They booked a long match for these 2 guys too. Like Undertaker and Goldberg's usually like a 3-minute match guy, and they wanted to.
The longest match of the night was Triple H versus Randy Orton, which was technical, so it could be boring at first. And the ending was like there was a lot of like the finishing moves. Triple H tried putting Orton through a table 4 times because those damn tables don't break anymore. The Spanish announce team table, man, they really reinforced it so that the tables don't break anymore. I don't blame them because every damn pay-per-view though they always broke.
That Saudi money paid for
that's Saudi money,
paid for that extra the mahogany instead of that.
But yeah, Super Showdown, don't waste your time. But that's enough of Super Showdown because this is the rumor mill. And like I said, today's top rumors are revolving around NXT Contracts, Sasha Banks HUGE update, and Vince McMahon's system. But before I get to that, it's now time for Rapid Rumors. Rapid Rumors for you basically is Triple H is open for Matt Riddle accepting an offer if no one comes down the line. Basically, the game also asked whether Riddle would want to do it as he's doing really well for himself down in NXT. So basically, like the same thing what Lesnar had. It's just you want to go to MMA? I mean, go ahead, but there's really no point. I like Matt Riddle a lot. He's growing on me.
He's very entertaining, especially on Twitter. I like that he's calling people out, making noise, because that's kind of what you have to do. I mean,
Yeah.
Get people invested in you, whether they like you or hate you.
Yep.
You need it. It doesn't matter. Any reaction and any kind of whatever, whether people want to see him lose or want to see him win because he's talking. That's what wrestling is.
Yeah.
He's going to get people either to love him or hate him.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to sell.
Right. So if Matt Riddle wants to go back to UFC, MMA, then Triple H is saying, go ahead.
I don't think he would go back to UFC because I think him and Dana White were kind of on like tough terms.
I think it was regarding the whole every time he got suspended
for marijuana,
and all stuff like that. So I don't know how you're doing it right now in WWE because there is a wellness policy.
But
I don't know.
I don't think they. I don't know.
No, I won't speak
test. They test, but do they test for that or care about that?
Yeah.
See, I can't speak on that because I'm not exactly sure.
Dane, Mr. NXT, with the comment, Riddle is the next NXT champion. I mean, that's a good call. I wouldn't be surprised. I would like to see him win like the North American first, though.
Yeah. I think he's a good candidate for the next.
I don't know. What do you think? Velveteen Dream is the next probably candidate for the title?
Maybe. Or, I mean, his character is like really developed in he could get a call up before that because he's pretty unique and his character is very unique. I don't think he needs to win an NXT title before he goes to WWE. Yeah. So maybe he doesn't need that and they call him up sooner, but it hasn't been working out for most guys getting called up very quickly. That's my only worry.
It's terrible what they do with these main roster call-ups because there is a rumor that Adam Cole and Shayna Baszler would be next on the list to call up. But they're like your current champions, so clearly it's not going to happen. And if it does, why? You're leaving a void, and Vince, you don't know how to book them.
You're calling everybody up, and then everybody called up doesn't get a spot on the main TV shows because you have this stupid wild card rule where you see the same people on every show.
Which I'm glad you bring up the wild card rule, Tim, because there is a poll today for today's show. It is regarding the wild card rule and these two superstars. Now, one is actually on Raw. And the other one is on SmackDown Live and is on every Raw since the wild card rule has been applied.
Yeah, sometimes I forget what shows people are on because
it's a thing. It's like you don't know where people go anymore. And the superstar I'm regarding is Roman Reigns. So this Roman Reigns Shane McMahon feud, wow. First of all, Shane McMahon won. So does Shane McMahon deserve a WWE Championship title match now?
I mean, I don't know what makes sense because apparently the Revival are getting a tag team shot tonight.
Are they?
A title shot, I think.
I have no idea.
And they lost in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yes, they
did. Apparently losing gets you a title shot. And if you're Shane McMahon, beating Roman Reigns won't. So I might have to save this take for the podcast next week.
Yeah.
Maybe to lay some smack talk. But man, imagine how good The Miz would be in Shane's spot right now if he was the heel, if he was playing the best. Stay tuned for next week. Stay tuned to hear my full thoughts on that.
So regarding I will just say this because Stomping Grounds, it is Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. If Drew McIntyre does not go over at Stomping Grounds, but Shane McMahon went over at Super Showdown, what are you doing? You're not building anything. You're not the best in the world.
See, for me, it works because to me, Super Showdown didn't exist. That's the joy.
Yeah, okay, I understand
but
that.
No, but I get what you're saying.
But what are you doing?
The way they're treating it is like a house show.
Drew has to win. He already lost the Mania. They're stupid.
I don't know. Maybe Shane will interrupt that match.
The poll I have for you guys, and I didn't even really mention him, but it's Baron Corbin. That's the Raw superstar, and Roman Reigns is the SmackDown superstar. Basically, if you had to choose, who do you hate to see on Raw more? I'll publish that right now. Roman Reigns or Baron Corbin? Who are you sick of seeing on Monday Night Raw every week? Because Roman Reigns is there because of the wild card rule. Which the wild card rule, I don't even want to talk about it anymore just because it's just...
We're sick of it. I think everybody's sick of it because nobody knows.
My vote is for Baron Corbin. So
I would vote Baron Corbin too, just because
I'm okay with. I'm not okay with Roman Reigns being on Raw because you're taking the spotlight away from those main roster call-ups, like you're saying. Like unfortunately EC3. Goddamn you. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy.
I saw something on Twitter today. Just a quick thing. It's so funny. You can see the first couple times he comes out and he does this thing. He points to EC3. That's his entrance.
Yeah.
And now it's just. He's so unenthusiastic.
He's so depressed.
He's just going. It's just a shame.
He's so depressed. He has resorted to
But
holding a red Solo cup because he's drinking his misery away.
I hope that doesn't happen to some of the other call-ups though. And
Alistair Black, stay in the darkness, and wait for someone to come knock on your door. Bray Wyatt, but let me in. And Ricochet, hopefully everything keeps going well for you on Raw. I don't even know who else got called up because I don't know what the hell they are
anymore. They're not on TV. But going back to the poll, I say Baron Corbin. I didn't like seeing in the main event on one show as it is, and to have to see him on the main event 2 shows back-to-back nights is, God, that third hour is brutal.
Very, very brutal. And regarding, of course, now rapid rumors still, WWE changed the finish to the Lars Sullivan Super Showdown match at the last minute, and the match, take it with a grain of salt, is most likely going to happen again tonight on Monday Night Raw. So I guess the plan was, of course, for Lars Sullivan to destroy all 3 like we all knew was going to happen. But instead they had a Lucha House Party get disqualified by, first of all, why? Why am I wasting my time? I don't even think I want to talk about this rumor anymore.
I feel like asking why these days, you're never going to get an answer that makes sense. Yeah. Asking why is almost pointless. Like, there is no why anymore.
Yeah.
There is no why. It just is.
It is what it is.
As
you get what you give. Comments, of course. I love the comments. Keep them coming. I'm going to shout out a few of them. Let's see. Drew's definitely not winning, yeah. Viking Raiders, boom. Jordan, thank you. That is a perfect one. Where the hell are they? They showed up in the 50-man Battle Royal, not Royal Rumble. Battle Royal, where you could not move in that ring. They were there.
Also showing up, Authors of Pain.
Yep.
Hopefully, nobody forgot about them.
Yeah.
Well, Vince didn't forget about them.
Yeah. Hopefully. Tuquan, y'all sound like y'all want to boycott. I can't wait for AEW to get on TV.
See, I don't
want it. It's not going to be the wars, like Monday Night Wars.
No,
if you go listen to Dean Ambrose, John Moxley's podcast, Talk to Jericho, he just wants to be that guy that makes Vince change his system, which, guess what? My main event today for Top Rumors is Vince McMahon's system. Stay tuned for that.
If we get any kind of change or real effort from the WWE, then that's a win for both AEW, WWE, and for us wrestling fans.
Yeah.
So I hope so too.
Stay tuned for the main event of Top Rumors. I'll just say that much. And speaking of Top Rumors, Rapid Rumors are done. So it's now time for Top Rumors today. Kevin Starr, EC3 to AEW, please. I mean, might as well just go join.
I think he's got a year and a half left on it. A year and a half left.
Does
on
he?
His contract.
He's definitely.
And that's already half his contract's already up.
It's not even doing anything.
We haven't seen anything in half his contract. It's pretty much
it's his own fault. To be honest, it's his own fault. He knew when he was Derek Bateman before and NXT reality show NXT, and then it went into like the competition, whatever you want to, whatever. He came up and he did nothing with Johnny Curtis, aka Fandango. And then you left. You made a name for yourself. You tried to come back, and guess what?
I mean, he left and did make a name for himself.
He did he went to Impact.
So I don't blame it on him. It's just
Vince. I don't know. You're
not wild card material.
Always point the finger at Vince. That's the best way to put it. And now, first one I'm going to talk about Top Room today is NXT Contracts. So a while ago, W had changed its contract offers to the main roster talent. The 3-year window went from a 3-year to a 5-year window so that people are not leaving as quickly or get thoughts of leaving because, like, oh, wow, 2 years, I have 1 more year left. Do I want to stay in WWE or I want to go elsewhere like AEW, New Japan, or anything like that? So now regarding the NXT talent, I'm getting rumors that W has implemented this same change regarding them. So they don't have that, like, they're trapped. If they sign that 5-year deal, they're trapped. That's all it comes down to. So they don't jump ship. And that's what they're doing. This move will surely benefit wrestlers having little to almost no experience, as the contracts will guarantee them good salaries, though. That's the benefit of it for the next 5 years. On the other hand, experienced wrestlers wouldn't be thrilled with the prospects down below getting locked into a contract, and like they're basically getting, I don't know about the same pay, but still.
I mean, to me, it kind of clogs the system up a little bit too with those 5-year deals, because you're gonna have, right now we have a ton of talent that doesn't get used. And
Yeah.
they're still trying to go after new talent, especially to compete with AEW, New Japan. They're now
You have the talent.
starting to grow. You have a
just
lot of
book 'em.
talent. And you're going to sign them to 5-year deals and not use them. And it's just,
Yeah.
you're clogging the pipeline.
Yep.
That's kind of how I see it too, is
Yep.
you got people stuck there, not getting used. You're signing new people who are going to get stuck there, not get used again. And
It's just unfortunate where we stand today.
yeah,
We are now in the month of June, and nothing has happened since April.
but hey,
Since WrestleMania, nothing has happened.
if they're getting paid and they're happy with that, then
Yeah, there's
all power to them.
Of course, there's those superstars that, like, you know what? I'm just want to show up, get paid, and leave.
Got kids
Don't
to
care.
feed, man.
Yeah, our truth is killing it. He's a 24/7 champ, and that damn guy, he pinned Jinder after he lost on a plane, and then he woke up in the overhead compartment of an airplane, and he's still your 24/7 champ. He is what I'm looking forward to tonight, as well as Bray Wyatt. That is the only thing I'm looking forward to tonight, because I got an email once again from WWE, because they're so desperate to tell us what's going to happen tonight. It's a Shane McMahon celebration. Once again, why is Shane McMahon even on Raw? But I didn't put him in the poll. Right now, Baron Corbin's still winning that poll. And, of course, the other thing is Miz TV, Miz versus Samoa Joe. Miz has Samoa Joe as a guest.
I guess on Miz
So you know
TV.
that's going to set up. You have a 2-week build to a Miz versus Samoa Joe United States Championship match. That is what's going to happen right now.
That I can get into.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, but I hate that they spoil it already, but that I can definitely get into. Like that,
Yeah.
at least that's starting to.
Yeah, advertising. Okay, you want to ask that? I mean, it's Miz TV and the celebration. You heard there might be the tag team title match for Revival.
I was reading that Revival might get a tag team shot.
Take that with a grain of salt. You don't know. And yeah, it's just good old Vince. Keep up the work, man. I'm gonna get to your system real shortly, but first of all, we have another top rumor for you. Before I keep going, though, W trying to be a monopoly and control the market. Yeah, that pretty much sums up. Yeah. And now, next top rumor: Sasha Banks, huge update. So obviously, we know the story about Sasha Banks. I ain't gonna elaborate on that, but basically, quick summary is basically she got pissed. She left. She's on the sidelines, not being used. Wants to leave.
Hasn't been on TV in months.
Since WrestleMania.
Since
WrestleMania. So since April. We're in June, and it is what it is. Well, want to do that?
Talked about it before.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Go watch. Check on YouTube. You go check it, all the rumor mills, and now reports that Sasha Banks was in the Northeast a few weeks ago for WWE filming content for the upcoming WWE 2K20 video game in Orlando, Florida. So, if a superstar is unhappy, would Vince book them or like record them for their next video game that's probably going to come out in October?
I think so, because technically they own her image and her rights.
Okay.
And it's probably in her contract that
she has to show up.
Or
she's not showing up to Raw.
Well, I mean, that's day-to-day show, but they're probably going to put her in the game no matter what. Even if she wasn't there, they'd probably just use her old model or something, or like her old graphics from the last game.
So why not just do that from the get-go? Don't even bother.
Maybe they asked and she's like, okay, I want to go in there and not look terrible. I don't know. But I think
maybe things are up.
It could be that as
Sasha
well.
Banks.
It could be up, or
it's not confirming she's back, because I also got a report from that she potentially could go to AEW, wrestle under the name Mercedes. Don't confirm that, because I still have not received a official report on like the actual report. Someone told me, but yeah, who knows?
With her image in the game, she probably gets a portion.
Yeah,
like she probably gets a paycheck for that too. She's not going to say no to a paycheck.
Yeah,
it could be either way, or she's making the first step. Like, all right, I'm showing up for something. We'll find out.
So Macho Man is here, and he's saying they should take the titles off whack ass Ryder and Hawkins. Once again, since April, what have we seen with Ryder and Hawkins as tag team champs? Also, where has Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan been? I understand Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I think they probably just kept him off TV.
Rowan was in that battle royal though. Rowan was in that battle royal.
No.
I don't know if Luke Harper was, because obviously he's another one who wants to leave.
No idea.
So yeah, you didn't watch it. I know. I watched it and I couldn't see who the hell was in the ring because it was so crowded. So back to rumors though. So Sasha Banks and all that. Tuquan says Sasha should leave. Too many female that they're trying to build in WWE. John, how about hate to see Shane? Yep, I know the poll is saying Roman and Baron Corbin. I probably should have put Shane and Baron Corbin. Anyone know how long she's got left on her contract? I don't know. If anyone knows, please shout that out right now.
Not sure.
Well, it is up to the video game developers on who's in the games. So that's what Dane's saying regarding the 2K game. So it's an update. Don't know if it's good or bad, but it's an update regarding Sasha Banks, and that's enough about her because I don't want to talk anymore about her. Now it's time for Raw Truth is the five-time. How's he call it? European 24/7 TV champion. That man is such a horse.
He's killing it.
He's killing it.
Whatever they give Ron Killings, R-Truth, whatever they give him, he probably doesn't get his fair due, but whatever the WWE, he kills it. He
kills
never
it every time.
fails.
Jake Maverick is killing it as well with him. I know the W management is very happy with him taking over social media regarding the Wanted and all that. Everything he's doing. Keep up the great work because clearly that's all we have to look forward to tonight, as well as the Firefly Funhouse. Let me in. But yeah, time for the main event now. Vince McMahon and his system. So take it with a grain of salt. Since John Moxley's podcast with Talk of Jericho happened about how the whole system is corrupt and it's terrible. Vince is a control freak and this and that. It's because it's such good shit. That's the biggest quote of that podcast. Basically, apparently, Vince McMahon himself is aware of the fact that his own system is broken and is in need of important changes going forward because clearly the ratings, everything has been garbage. Go ahead.
He's probably been aware of that for a while.
Yeah.
But the bottom line was ratings were okay. Money was okay. The stock was doing the best it ever has.
That's the problem.
So why would you change it when the money is still flowing in?
Yep.
The money's raining down on you. Why are you going to change something?
I know. It's just you got to do something because I don't know if you have something planned. I know that what's planned right now is trying to make the third hour more edgier because it's past 10 p.m. So you can kind of go in that.
It doesn't
mindset.
Even matter if it's edgy. Just everything needs to not having a reason and making sense.
That's the thing.
It could be edgy.
It doesn't make sense. That's the biggest. It doesn't make sense. God. But regarding Macho made a good point this past weekend regarding the third hour. They were doing the blackout lights where I was a fan of the whole corner post. Everything was turned off when they had a promo, like someone come up on the screen, like who's competing next. Right. It was all black and white. I don't know if that electric chair thing was supposed to keep going on because clearly it didn't last week. Same as they didn't even show up last week. Once again, wildcard rule trumps. You have 3 hours and you can't even book your own Raw superstars because you're putting Roman Reigns in 3 hours.
They just didn't want to put anybody on TV. He wasn't going to Saudi Arabia. I don't know.
Yeah, that too. But just they already could look like they abandoned that blackout edgy thing. So if you want to stay edgier, I don't know. I think you should just change everything, not just the third hour.
You need a lot, yes, because that third hour, sure, that's probably your lowest ratings. But SmackDown's not doing too well.
Yeah.
And that's 2 hours. And the first 2 hours only marginally better.
Yeah. So I think the biggest take from this main event of today is Vince, just let go.
Not let go, but I relinquish
some power,
creative power,
control. Like you need to let some things happen without you having your hand in the cookie pot.
Maybe go on a long vacation.
Yes.
Rest and relax.
You want to go XFL? Do your thing. You don't want it to fail? Have your full control and go screw that up, because that's what's going to happen. I'll watch XFL probably. I don't know. It depends. I don't even know when it's going to. In the 2020, I know that. Just go put your hands on that and let Triple H give the whole cookie pot to Triple H, because kills it in NXT.
Maybe not even the whole cookie pot, but just
some of it, because you're killing it. You are killing your own product. Dan, wow. I just saw Dane's comment. I'll be sure to, Matt with the yowie wowie right after Dane's comment. So Kevin, time to turn it over to Triple H. He's stuck. Vince is stuck in the old days. Vince is not going to change. Dane's saying that. Dane doesn't. It's the 24/7 is a goddamn travesty. It's funny. That's just what it is. And right here, Dane, hot comment, hot take of the day, fire comment. Vince needs to die straight up.
Oh, we don't wish that upon anybody.
Yowie wowie.
No.
Yes. Yowie wowie.
Just step away, go on a long vacation.
Yeah,
maybe retire, enjoy retirement.
Yeah.
You know, work out on the beach.
He's gonna die in the gorilla position. He'll fuck up the XFL too.
Oh, that was probably doomed from the start, but
yeah,
that's another topic.
I think it's time to publish. I'm not looking for comedy on a wrestling show. Unfortunately, that's what Vince McMahon has built over the course of how long he's been running the show, and that's what
everything's a comedy these days.
That's literally
unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. So I'm going to publish these results for Baron Corbin wins clearly. I voted for Baron Corbin. I think 78% of you did as well.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should put Shane instead of Roman Reigns. I just have that hate for Roman Reigns a little bit, so you know, understand. I just can't stand to see him.
He's not even being shoved down our throat. It's just more like,
he doesn't need to be there.
He's not a main event. He's not in the main event.
You're seeing the same crap on Raw and SmackDown regarding the Raw Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon storyline. There's no need. Just stop. Just stop doing that. I think with that being said, unless there's any more comments coming in, NXT TakeOver Invasion England needs to happen. That would be pretty good.
They're pretty good, but who's going to write it? Because if Triple H writes it, it would be phenomenal. Triple H would kill it.
Yeah, I know. Don't even.
But if Vince McMahon does it, he might bury NXT for good with that. So
Matt says NXT takes over, get it, and Triple H takes control that way.
I mean, that would be good, but my fear is Vince McMahon, just like every other invasion, like he's going to bury them.
Yeah,
he would bury NXT. He would bury his own future just to keep WWE brand alive.
Yeah. With that being said, if you haven't already, like, share, follow, retweet, subscribe. 5 things you got to do. You guys know the rest of it. Triple H leads the next evolution. Get it? See, it all makes sense if they just take all of it and make it into the he's got the whole wide world. Sorry, Bray Wyatt took over. I went in. He told me to come in, and I went in, and he took over. I can't wait for Firefly tonight. So
it's about the only thing.
Literally the only thing. So that being said, I think it's time to say goodbye. Good night. And is there another one? Like goodbye, good night. This must be another one. Talog, if you want to speak Portuguese.
I don't know where you're going with this. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, see you all next week. We'll see you all on the podcast.
We will have a podcast next Thursday.
Podcast will happen next Thursday. Regarding the rumor show for next Monday, it is still 50-50 because I have a life. And unfortunately, clearly this week's the rumors were weak. So I don't think there's going to be hot rumors going into next week. So we'll see. Look for the post if I don't go live. But as always, Insider BA here.
Tim Ohh.
And you all have a good night. Go enjoy the 3-hour travesty of Monday Night Raw.
Oh, what time would Tim Ohh fall asleep this week? Place your bets.
Place your bets. Ow. And
good night, my friends.
Have a good night. Don't let the bed bugs bite.